This is the story of a young man named Anthony. Anthony was one of many students attending Springfield Technical Community College. Every day was simple for Anthony. He sat at his workstation, and when he was told to do something, he did it. He would sit there typing away for hours and hours on end. Though others might have considered this type of work to be tedious, Anthony was never really bothered by the work, and Anthony was indeed happy. And then one day, something rather strange happened to Anthony. Anthony had been sitting at his workstation for nearly an hour when he realized that he had not received any work for him to do, and that he had been typing random letters on his keyboard the entire time. In fact, no one had shown up to give instructions or even say good morning. Looking at the time, Anthony decided to end his day early. Anthony began to pack up his belongings into his bag. Once everything had been put away, he got up from his seat, walked to the front of the room, and with one last look at the empty room, he walked out the door. Even though the start of his day was unlike any other, Anthony would end his day as usual. Ending the day early was unusual for Anthony. But one thing was always certain. Anthony preferred using the elevator to leave. The elevator was much faster. But Anthony decided to use the stairs today, thinking that maybe no one showed up because the elevators weren't working. After the much longer trip down the stairs, Anthony found himself before two doors. Behind him was the door to the cafeteria, which he knew quite well. Anthony decided to turn around to get some food. But today was different. A feeling not known to Anthony swelled up within him. The feeling of adventure. Yes, Anthony decided to break away from his norm and walked out onto the green. The green was unknown to Anthony, and it filled him with excitement. Truly, this was the adventure he had been looking for. Anthony came to a stop in front of a bench. Never before had Anthony seen such beauty, such craftsmanship. All Anthony could do is stare at its splendor. After taking in its majesty, Anthony sat down on it. Oh, so now you begin to listen to me. What's wrong? Finally ran out of ways to mess with the narrator. Well, you see, I'm used to being in control of decision-making. Now I don't have the slightest clue what to do. Should we, I don't know, head back inside? Look, you obviously know more about your own story than I do, so lead the way. I'll chime in when I feel like my input is necessary. Oh, the audio room. How exhilarating. Well, what is it? Stop staring and just go into the room. It's not like I want to be in control or anything. Now what? Hello? You were always the silent type now, weren't you? You know what? You stay in there. I'm going to get a bite to eat. I need a break after all of this. If I get back and you somehow wound up dead, I'll make sure to forget you ever existed. God, I hate this job.